As an entrepreneur, you are in the driver's seat, middle of action. There are going to be lots of ups and downs, perhaps more downs than ups, but every single up, for example, hit a great milestone, acquire the first customer, close the first round of funding, and so on and so forth. And the rewards are fantastic actually when you're able to provide great returns to your investors, you're making a difference in the lives of your team members, etc. It is like very, very rewarding.
Hi, this is Venkat Raju. I've been part of Turbostart since its inception 3.5 years ago. So my corporate journey, I had a fairly successful career there, mostly working in Wall Street in New York, and the best opportunities, best of technologies, innovations you can think of. And I rose through the ranks, and at some point I was the managing director with huge responsibilities, global responsibilities. So after a long stint as a corporate executive, I went and did my first startup in the Bay Area, in the B2C space during the dot-com bubble. And clearly I was not well prepared, and the over exuberance during that era, so the outcome was not great. So a key learning from that was don't do a startup where you don't have deep domain insights, and that is a key learning for me. The second startup I did was more in my comfort zone. It was a B2B enterprise play, and we had a fairly decent outcome there. If I were to think about the learning, our outcome could have been much better if only as a founder I had better alignment with my key stakeholders, mainly the lead investor. So that was a big takeaway. So the third startup I did was here in Bangalore a long time ago, based on multiple learnings, etc., from my previous stints as an entrepreneur, but also as an investor and advisor to a variety of startups. I had better clarity in terms of what I'm doing, and had a very good outcome in 2018 here in Bangalore. If I were to think about it, the key learning from that is, if the space you are operating is going through a consolidation, and if you as a startup do not have a significant moat as a defensibility, think about an exit rather than being obstinate and lose out on the opportunity, if you will. Because it's going to be a life of a lot of sacrifice. Think about, is there something unique, a domain expertise, insights that you have, which can be turned into a product or a solution that is going to be truly differentiated. So these are some things that you have to think about. Are you prepared? Are you willing to take the risks? And do you have something meaningful that you're going to contribute towards building a startup? If so, then do it. Otherwise, not everyone is cut out for a startup journey. Clearly, I come a long way since my first entrepreneurship to where I am today, and obvious mistakes that I have done during the whole span of time. And one of the things that I spend a lot of time today is to advise budding entrepreneurs and help them avoid the mistakes that I have made, and that's what motivates me at this stage in my life, if you will. I enjoy both. As an entrepreneur, you are in the driver's seat, middle of action. There are going to be lots of ups and downs, perhaps more downs than ups, but every single up, for example, hit a great milestone, acquire the first customer, close the first round of funding, and so on and so forth. And the rewards are fantastic actually when you're able to provide great returns to your investors, you're making a difference in the lives of your team members, etc. It is like very, very rewarding, for example. And ultimately, you set out on a mission, and if you're able to accomplish it, or even if you're able to do half of that, the fulfillment that you derive is unimaginable. Now, as an investor, I love the intellectual challenge, because you are spending time in one domain talking about with a founder in an EV company. Next time you're talking with a founder in a space tech company, and the stimulation that you get, mentally challenging and so on and so forth, is very good. And as I said before, at this stage in my life, it is like I look at myself more as a mentor or advisor, less as an investor when I engage with a startup, for example. And the rewards that you get when you see you're helping entrepreneurs grow, scale to realize their full potential, it is highly rewarding. Now I am blessed to have both in my role here at Turbostart, where as an investor we engage with the startups in a fairly active method. We are not bystanders or having a ringside seat, but closely involved with our portfolio companies to help them grow. Highly rewarding. Now equally, Turbostart, we are just 3.5 years old with a big vision to create a new age accelerator fund to help innovation and entrepreneurship globally with a global footprint, if you will. So this role is like a combination of both. I am both an entrepreneur as well as an investor.